Hello, my budgeting friends. This is Gigi from Gigi's Retirement Budgets, and today is Friday, and I am just continuing with my budgeting basic series for retirees, for anyone on a fixed income, for anyone who's living paycheck to paycheck and they're just fed up with it and they're tired of all the debt, right? So today we're going to talk about easy starter challenges for beginners. And there's a few of these that I do, and I think I'm going to incorporate a couple more this month. I'm going to bring this down because I noticed that I am showing you guys this, but you probably can't read it. All right. So I've got it crooked here because I'm left-handed. Let's start here. All right. So one of the first ones that you can do that's really easy, and this is really good if you're, keeping track of your money electronically, if you're keeping track of your expenses every day, then you can do what's called the Roundup Challenge. Now, the Roundup Challenge means that every time you spend with cash or debit, you round up to the nearest dollar and save that change. For example, if you spend $7.25, then you're going to round up to $8 and you're going to save 75 cents. And this feels effortless, but it adds up quickly. Now for me, I'm not sure that would work for me. I already save all my change. I don't specifically round up and save. I just save all my change. So we'll talk about that one in a little bit. There's the $5 bill exchange, and this is like a light savings challenge, right? Every time you receive a $5 bill, set it aside. But you can cap it to say, let's say like $20 a month. If you want to do more than that, you can. Just depends on what you have in your budget. And this prevents overwhelm since it's limited, but it still sparks excitement when you see small savings add up. And then there's the weekly skip it challenge. Now, this is what I see people recommending, but then also people saying, don't do that, right? So there's two sides to this, the weekly skip it challenge. So you will see experts on there say, you don't need to, skip your coffee or, skip eating out. If you want to save money, there's better ways. And then, they talk about like investing and all this other stuff that seems way more complicated and over my head financially than what I know at this point in time. And then you have people that say, choose one small optional purchase per week, like a coffee or a snack, to skip and move that money into savings. And one intentional decision per week helps you feel in control and builds mindfulness. I say, put it in your budget and you can enjoy life. So I don't necessarily believe in the skip it challenge. I fit coffee and dining out into my budget. I decide how much I want to spend for the month, and then I put that in my budget, and then once that's gone, that's gone. If I use that all up in 1 week, then the rest of the week I got to suffer. I can't get coffee out. I got to drink it at home, and I can't go out to eat. Or there's some months where I just choose not to do things, right? Like maybe nothing's coming up. Maybe, I'm not going out with friends or whatever, and I just end up saving it. And then at the end of the month, I just put it in my savings. But I put it in my budget just in case I want to do it, right? So it's there, so I can still have fun. And then the 7-day pantry challenge. This is the one I think I'm going to try to incorporate next week. It says for 1 week, plan meals using only what's already in the pantry or freezer. Track how much you would have spent on groceries and save that amount instead. So I usually save $100. Well, I put in my budget $100 per paycheck, so that's $200 a month for groceries. Now you're going to say, that's not much. How do you eat on that? Well, number one, I live in a 4-generation household. So my mom, my sister, my daughter, me, and 2 of my grandchildren. And a lot of times we just kind of fend for ourselves and we buy our own separate groceries. But then several times a week, we'll do a family meal. But here's the thing. we have in our house, between all of us, we have two full-size refrigerator freezers. We have 2 mini refrigerators, and we have 1 freezer chest, and we have 1 upright freezer. Plus we have a big, huge pantry, and everything is full. So, but people still keep buying groceries for their own individual needs. So it's like we need to use up the stuff that we have around the house, right? So I am going to try and do maybe even a couple weeks. I mean, if we had an emergency, we could survive probably for at least 3 weeks on all the food that we have in this house. So I'm going to try and do at least 1 week, and maybe I can squeeze in another week of the 7-day pantry challenge. And maybe I can save that. I've already used my 80 from, or my 100 from the, I think I only budgeted 80 this month because I have extra bills this month. From my military retirement pay on the 1st, I think I already used all that. So I will see if I can get away from not spending my $100 for groceries that I'm going to budget for my Social Security paycheck, which is coming up on Monday. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then there's the coin jar challenge. Now, so this is what I do with my change. I do not round up. All the change I get when I'm spending my cash, I do not spend. I don't ever spend the change. I put it in the change part of my wallet, and then I empty it frequently, and I save it in the savings jar. And I've been doing this since the beginning of May, and I have $50 in here. $50.19. And actually, I got some more change today I need to add to it. So yeah, it's about, it's about a fifth of the way full. It's very heavy. I don't think I'll be waiting till the end of the month, or waiting till I fill that up to change it, to turn it into cash. The good thing about my bank is that they have a Coinstar in the lobby, and it's free to use. They don't take a fee out of it if you are a member of the bank. So I can go cash that in at any time. That is going to go towards either my emergency fund or my investment account. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, so you toss your spare change into a jar or envelope each day, and at the end of the month, count it together as a small celebration. Instant win. This is if you're doing it as a family, count it together. I'm just doing this by myself. And then there's the daily dollar challenge, which is really good to start with. Just save $1 a day for the first 30 days. Easy entry, low stress, and you'll see $30 at the end of your first month, and it's a tangible reward. And then I need to incorporate some of these into my month. No spend weekend challenge. Pick one weekend each month to avoid all non-essential spending. Now this means, it could be non-essential spending, like see if you can just go a weekend without buying anything except for like paying your bills and stuff. But I also consider this, I take it a step further or a step back and say any unplanned spending. If I've got it in my budget and I want to get something, I usually do. But I guess if I'm trying to do a no spend weekend challenge, I could try to do it to save some extra money. Then I could try not spending money in some of my envelopes. And I already do that now. I try not to spend all my dining out and coffee, all my groceries, all my gas. Like I try not to spend all that, so that towards the end of the month when my money's getting low and I've already allocated everything to my challenges, I might have a few extra bucks to put into my challenges, because it's really exciting to see how much I've saved at the end of the month and to pull it all out and count it. And I have an amazing video from the end of July where I pulled out all my savings money and counted it up, and I was blown away. I will tag that here at the end for you to watch. I will not be saving that much this month, I can tell you, because I have some extra bills. But it would be exciting to see how much I actually do save this month. So The no spend weekend challenge is great for resetting impulse habits and seeing how many small changes impact how small changes impact your budget. I feel this past week, even though I have these extra bills, that I've been kind of spending money impulsively, and I feel kind of like kind of in a crazy whirlwind. I'm going to go back. Well, I mean, not for this week. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, for part of this week, but also for July. I'm going to go back for July and see what I spent my money on and see if I need to up my grocery bill, if I need to up my dining out bill, how I need to adjust that. Because I feel like some things are a little bit off. I've been doing this since May. So May, June, July are the first 3 months I did it fully. Now I'm into August. So I think I need to look at it and see if I need to readjust anything after 3 months. And I will do a video on that. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so that you will get notified when I upload videos. All right. So why do these specific challenges, work for beginners? They're simple to track. It's a low risk of budget fatigue. It's immediate feeling of success, and it encourages you to observe spending patterns without adding complex goals. And I really love savings challenges because, yes, it would be really easy just to say, I want to put $100 every month into my investment account. I want to put $50 every month into my emergency fund account or whatever, right? And so I get paid twice a month. So then I would just put that money in the savings, and I have all my budget things, and I budget all my envelopes or whatever, and I'd be done for the whole entire month. And then for about 2 weeks out of the month, I wouldn't really be looking at it. I wouldn't really be thinking about it. I certainly wouldn't be having any fun. So I feel like doing savings challenges allows me to look at my spending every week, to look to see where maybe I don't need to spend that much that week, and maybe I can put a little bit extra into savings challenges. And plus, the saving challenges are fun. And the greatest reward is, like I said, at the end of the month, seeing how much you have saved. So I think that you'll really like that video of where I saved money at the end of July when I did the video to see how much I saved, because I blew my goal out of the water and it was amazing. And I keep talking about it because I shocked myself. At the end of the video, I almost cried because I shocked myself at how much I saved. So go watch that video. I think you'll feel inspired. Love, Gigi and Lavender.